So hey girl, hey, welcome back to the channel. And so in this video, I want to talk about creating a love list for yourself and the importance of it and why do it. And it's something that I did in my life that I feel like would definitely benefit people if they're going through things and stuff like that. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because um, I'm a part of like a divorce support group, and one of the things that I see often that's talked about is well, it's a pattern of unworthiness. And when you go through something as painful as a divorce, it can be very challenging, um, not just on the outside, like navigating certain things and relationships even outside of the marriage, like friends, your children and things like that, but it really can be detrimental to your mental well-being and how you see yourself, and you might feel unworthy and things like that. I mean, you go through so many emotions, and it definitely is a process. And one of the things that I see often, continually within the support group, is a lot of anger and loss of hope. Loss of hope that they'll never find love again, that that they need to settle for things and all sorts of things. And so that's why I wanted to um, make this video. Really, is that within the support group, there are people at different stages of the process. Whether it just happened, like some people literally had just been served with papers, and then some people are on the other side of that years after and have found love and all sorts of things. So people are at different stages of the process, so obviously they're going through different things. And I know for me personally, when going through a breakup or going through something as challenging as a divorce and all of the ups and downs of that, it can really be wearing on your spirit. You feel so many different emotions. And the biggest thing is that I feel like a lot of people feel unworthy. They lose a lot of their self-esteem and these kind of things. And so me personally, I created a love list for myself. Typically a love list is something that we look to when we're trying to manifest a partner, a relationship into our life, and things like that. But before we can manifest a partnership, a new marriage, or to get remarried, or a new relationship, we have to fall in love with ourselves. We have to build ourselves up if that's necessary, and things like that. And for me, I had to create a love list for myself. A love list oftentimes, like I said, is for manifesting a partner. So we look to create not create them, but create a partner. So we make a list of the attributes that we're seeking and that we want to call into our life, whether it's physical characteristics or just emotional and all sorts of things. But it's important to really do that for yourself as well. And that's something that I found so much benefit in doing for myself when going through so many challenging times in my life. And so that's why I wanted to share this, because I think it's so important in the healing process. Whether or not you're going through a divorce or a breakup or something, but if you're in a space where you need to build yourself up, a love list for yourself is so important, because wherever you see yourself in the future, you got to become that person, right? And so creating a love list for yourself so you can fall in love with yourself. You should love yourself now, but if you don't, then it's so important, because it helps you build that confidence, build that self-esteem, and really just take control of your life. Oftentimes we feel like life is controlling us and we're the victim and all of these things, but it's so important to really take your power back and create a love list for yourself. So personally, so I'll just share some of the things that were on my love list for myself. Moving forward, I was going through a really dark time, and I definitely needed it. So I wanted to share when it's important to do, moving forward in your life, but some of the things that I was on my love list for myself. And with a love list, when we're trying to manifest a partner, we often do physical, we do emotional, and like all these things. So I did that too. I did physical, emotional, and all that jazz too. So some of the things that were on my love list is that I'm sexy, I'm beautiful, I get better and better every day. That I'm alluring, that I embody femininity, because I talk about feminine energy all the time on this channel, and to me it's very important for my life and how I wish to show up in this world, and I choose to operate within my life. So embodying femininity, that I'm very feminine and things like that. And I had career goals, so it's like pretty much you're just affirming these things for yourself, but it's the highest version of yourself that you see, and creating that list for where you wish to be. And and I am just a big proponent, before we call in a partner and start doing love lists for calling in a partner, a relationship, or a marriage into our life, that we should fall back in love with ourselves first. And so that's why I created a love list for myself. And I'm trying to think of other things that are on my love list that I can share, that I'm willing to share. And one of them is that I'm alluring. I like that. I want to be seductive. I have, some of these things I feel like we feel like we shouldn't be, but hey, I want to be alluring. And I feel like too, that's going to help me with my relationship, because hey, you got to keep it spicy and hot. I'm just saying. And magnetizing, that I'm attractive, and that doesn't just mean that just doesn't mean physical. That means I'm attractive. I'm attracting things and beautiful, amazing people into my life, beautiful, amazing things into my life. I'm magnetizing. It's not just about men, but it's also about the things that I wish to experience in my life. So I'm magnetizing these things into my life. I am open to the beautiful things that life has to offer. Life is always coming towards me. And I'm yielding and I'm surrendering. Well, these are attributes of femininity, but I'm yielding and surrendering to life and allowing the amazing, beautiful things that life has to offer into my life. And I am confident, and I am charismatic. I speak well, and I'm influential, these kind of things. So I think it's important, a lot, like there's a process especially when it comes to divorce. There's a process that people go through, and so it's important to honor each stage of the process, whether you're in the beginning and you're angry, and you don't believe in marriage and these kind of things. oftentimes, like, that's how I was, you know, full transparency. I was like, I'm never getting married again, and this kind of thing. But it was a process for me to do the healing, and eventually I got back to why I wanted to do it in the first place, and I healed that part of me instead of rejecting it. I didn't reject things that didn't work out in my favor. I knew that I needed to do the inner work, the inner process, um, and take an inventory of my feelings about it, and recognizing that and knowing I do value marriage and I do desire marriage still. Even though it didn't work out in my favor the first time, I still desire it. And so, yeah, so building a love list for yourself is so important. Whatever you're going through in life, whatever it is, it's, whether it's just like you are looking, you never had a relationship, you're looking to manifest an amazing, incredible relationship in your life, or just friendships, you still want to have a love list for yourself. And I think it's important, especially when something like a divorce happens, where it can really wear on your soul, your spirit, and your self-worth, your self-esteem. Sometimes it does take us to fall back in love with ourselves, because it definitely can be challenging, especially if it's been toxic, especially if it was abusive, these kind of things, falling back in love with yourself. So a love list to me is not just about other people that you're wishing to call into your life. It's about yourself as well. So how can you fall back in love with yourself and affirm these things? And often, so it's not just about creating the list too. I meditate on it and I really embody the feeling of what it is that is on my love list. Like, what does confidence look like? What does it feel like? How can I see it? Like, most of the time when I am visualizing confidence and sexiness and being alluring, I see myself in a badass dress, like sexy badass dress, and it's a room full of people, and they part like the Red Sea, and I'm walking through it with such confidence, with my shoulders back, my head held high, and I'm walking through, and everyone is witnessing my confidence. That's what I see. And so sometimes you have to, once you build that list and you see these things or you have these things that you wish to embody yourself, see it sometime. Well, all of it. Well, I do it. I mean, I think that it really depends on how you manifest. Personally, I love imagination. I love visualization. It works for me. So I will embody these things and I will see myself and I will replay it. And, replaying it in my mind, I feel it. I'm like, yes, girlfriend, yes, you work in that room. And what does it feel like? And taking that feeling of confidence, charisma, and all of these, like, feeling sexy, and taking it with me throughout my day. And just going back to that visualization sometimes while I'm out and about doing things and embodying that energy, because it's an energy. And so all of this, and this is what I talk a lot about on my channel, everything is energy. Now, I did a video on some concepts that will really just change the game for you. And so if you understand that everything is energy, so even when you visualize it and you feel that energy in your mind, in your visualization, you can cultivate that energy within yourself and take it with you and use it within your life. And once it's just like is running through you. That energy is running through you. It becomes a part of you. You are just radiating, and that's where that saying that that word comes from, radiating things, because it's an energy. It's coming from within. You're generating that energy, that confidence, the sexiness, the alluring, the abundance, energy. You're generating it, and you're embodying it, and you're radiating it through you. Like, all of this is energy, and that's kind of what you're doing with this visualization. You're feeling it, and you're embodying it, and you're taking it with you, and you're using it. It's a dance. It's a beautiful dance. So, but the point of all of that, the point of all of that is to fall in love with yourself, if that's necessary for you. And personally, I'll say this too, it's always necessary, because you can always go to another level. You can always go to the next level of falling in love with yourself and loving yourself. So creating a love list for yourself is so, so important. Yes, girlfriend. So I just wanted to share that. I had some time, so I wanted to do a video real quick, because it's actually the sun. I don't know if the video just picked it up, but it was raining, and now the sun has come out, so I'm going to take advantage of that. But I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do videos on spirituality and all sorts of stuff. I think the next video I want to do it on is some supplements that's really going to take your beauty game to a next level, girlfriend. It's also like a spiritual supplements too that I don't feel like a lot of people talk about. One of the videos that did the best and still does the best on my channel is the video I did on pearl powder, and the benefits of that. And it's definitely an ancient Asian secret that people don't often talk about. So one of the supplements, and some G supplements that I want to talk about as well, that's really going to help your energy raise, that radiates beauty from the inside out. So I think that's going to be my next video. We'll see. But anyways, you guys, that's all for this video, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.